Morning.
Good morning,
Morning.
ma'am.
How are you all?
Fine.
Fine, ma'am.
Okay. So, what was yesterday's portion?
Goals of psychology.
Goals
The
of
second
psychology.
chapter.
What are the goals of psychology? Psychological inquiry as such. It's not exactly the goals of psychology. Goals of psychological inquiry. Why do we do research? Why do we do experiments in the field of psychology? That's it. Okay, then. Which was the first one?
Define,
Ah,
right?
what was the name of the goal?
Description,
Description. Okay, then
explanation,
explanation.
then control,
Before that, P,
prediction,
prediction, control.
then
Last one,
application.
application. Okay. Do you know anything about mnemonics?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, my video is not working.
Okay. Yeah. So, do you know anything about mnemonics? Have you heard of that term? Mnemonics. Abhilash?
I have heard of it, but I have no idea what that is.
Obviously, where would you have heard about? No. All right. Mnemonics are memorizing strategies, memorizing techniques that we use. And I think in the chapter, we have a chapter on memory. In that, we learn about mnemonics, the memorizing strategies. Okay. So, to remember these goals, or to remember the goals of psychological inquiry, what we used was, yeah, this is today's topic. Wait. Which was the first one? Description, right? Description, explanation, prediction. Deep sea. And inside the deep sea, we have an A. Okay. If you remember like that, you can, and you have to learn the, what do you say, goals first. Then after that, to memorize it, you can use this. Inside the deep sea, you have A. Okay, so this is description, explanation, prediction, control, and application. Okay? Yes. Amal Roshan, remember our memorizing strategies from last year? You got stuck. Okay, anyways, we have lots of points like this to remember. This is only, I think, 5, right? DEPCA. Only 5 goals are there. But we have so many sentences and so many big statements to study. So if you connect and learn, if you use any memorizing strategy, it will be very useful. Okay? Yeah. What happened? Is network unstable? Are you not able to hear me?
No, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay. So we'll move on to today's topic. We have steps of psychological inquiry, steps of research and all as the next portion in the textbook as per the order. But today we'll deal with this portion, nature of psychological data. So what is data? Information related to the individual's covert or overt behavior, their subjective experiences and mental processes gathered from the individuals. If you want, please write down. Information related to, I'll dictate, please write. The information related to the individuals, covert or overt behavior, the information related to the individuals, covert or overt behavior, comma, their subjective experiences, their subjective experiences and mental processes, and mental processes, comma, gathered from the individuals, gathered from the individuals, comma, gathered from the individuals. Information related to the individual's covert or overt behavior, the subjective experiences and mental processes gathered from the individuals. So, can you find any similarity between this definition and some other definition that we learned?
The first definition on psychology.
Yes, the first definition that we learned. Definition of psychology. What was it?
Psychology is formally defined as the study of mental processes, experiences, and behavior under different contexts.
Yes. So those three key concepts are there in this definition also, isn't it? So generally, we are collecting information related to the psychological functioning in three senses. Behavior, it can be covert or overt behavior, can be in terms of their experiences, can be in terms of their mental processes. So we collect information from these individuals, from them, okay? Or we can collect it from the people who are closely related to that person, who really know that person. Okay, so that is actually data, the data we collect in a psychological inquiry or research. So in this portion, we are going to learn about nature of psychological data. How is the psychological data and what information is collected from the clients or the subjects of the experiment or research. Okay, next slide. First one is demographic information. When you do any research, when you do any case study, when you do any experiment, the most important data and the first data that you'll be collecting will be demographic information. And sometimes people call it socio demographic information also. Okay, can either be called simply demographic or socio-demographic information or socio-demographic data. So just see, just look at the board. Information includes personal information, that is social related to the social functioning or economic. Then it includes name, age, gender, education, marital status, residence, caste, religion, income, etc., which are personally relevant to that person. Generally, when we meet somebody else, like you're meeting somebody on the road, or while you're traveling by bus you meet someone new. Okay, what are the things you'll ask to get to know each other? Obviously name.
Yes,
Yes.
place.
Place, animal, thing. Okay, name, place, then
Is job.
job. Okay, if it is a kid,
Standard
Class.
or
Class. Standard.
academic.
class, grade, or standard. Yes. After that, so basically education qualifications, isn't it? Yes. Then that's all.
Yeah, and if it's an adult, like why they are here, why are they married, general stuff.
Okay. Shall we do a role play? No. Role play is not my thing. Okay. Who wants to volunteer? The situation is you're traveling again by bus, and the first person will get the window seat. The first person to volunteer will be at the window seat, and the other person will join you from the next stop. No window seat fans here. Hey, so bad. Come on, people, volunteer.
Ma'am, I'll come.
Okay, Kevin is sitting at the window seat. Now, who's joining Kevin? This is psychology class, man. I'm not even asking any formulas or equations as in physics, chemistry, and maths.
I'll come.
Nah, okay. So these are person A and person B. We don't know them. Okay. Yeah. So person A, you're sitting at the window seat. Remember. All right. Yeah. You can start the conversation. So person B is joining you.
And
Right.
wait, do we have to like ask us ourselves or like create a fake identity or something?
It's up to you.
Okay.
Okay. It should be realistic, okay? Not like, what is your name? The answer. It should not be robotic. Fine? All right. Others, if you feel like laughing, switch off your video and laugh and then come back. Don't keep the video off for the entire session. All right. Start.
Does person A want to start since he's already in the bus?
Or should I play the role of the conductor or what?
No, I'm coming from another stop, right?
Okay, person A, start then.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Where you going?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Maybe 2 stops ahead.
Ah. So where are you from? Oh, before that,
I'm
what's your
from.
name?
Oh, I'm Kevin.
Oh, I'm
Yours?
Abhilash. I'm Abhilash. Glad to
Nice.
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Where
So
are you
where are you
going?
from? I am going to Guruvayur.
Nice. I'm going to Kakanad.
That's nice. So where are you going from?
Angumari.
Oh, I'm coming from Thrissur. What do you
Oh,
do?
nice.
Why are you going for Kakinad? Any event?
No, just simply.
Uh,
I like crows.
hmm.
Nice.
And should we go on?
Yeah. So in the film we are watching, it's the song scene. Okay. Song is playing, window seat, wind, rain, everything happens. Okay. Then after some time.
So are you going for any studies? Or are you studying currently?
I'm in school.
Oh, which school?
Dr. Raju Davies.
What a coincidence. I'm going there too.
Nice.
And how haven't we met? Which standard are you in there? In before I asked that.
I'm not sure. I think I'm in 11th.
You're not sure.
Yeah, I'm in 11th.
I think I'm sure I'm in 11th too.
Nice.
So I think we might have some classes together.
Yeah, maybe. I study psychology.
Hey, see, what a coincidence again. So I guess we'll meet there too then.
Yep. You
Okay.
meet there too.
Good talk.
Nice. Yeah, good talk. Okay, then bye-bye.
Bye.
Now where has the bus stopped?
Probably Guruvayur.
Probably Guruvayur. And Guruvayur is this side, Kakinad is the other side.
Yeah, I was going to point
You're
that
on
out.
the wrong bus. One of you is in the wrong bus, I'm sure. Oh my god. Yeah, that was really good. A very good method to start the day, anyways. Okay, so observers, come on, tell me, what all information did you get from these two people? No inputs? What are their names? What are their names?
Abhilash and Kevin.
Abhilash and Kevin. Okay. And what are
Yes.
they doing?
They're in 11th standard. They're in the same school. They have chosen psychology. One is going to Guruvayur and the other is going to Kakanad.
Ah. And they don't even know that they are in the same school and the same class. Wonderful. Then, any other information that you got? No, right? They didn't get the time to talk much. Anyways, so all this information that you ask about a stranger when you meet them, like gender, obviously that'll be visible, self-descriptive. Then names, then about their family members sometimes. Then I mean number of members in the family. Then their education qualification, their profession, all these things falls in the socio-demographic information category or demographic information category. Okay. So that is it. See, name, age, gender, education, marital status, residence, caste, religion, income, etc. So if they were not school students and if they were adults, they would have discussed about these topics if they would have got more time. Okay. Or if one person thinks that the other one is pestering them, they would get down at the next stop and take the next bus. Okay. So this is socio-demographic information or demographic information as such. Generally, personal information that is included in this section. Okay. And next one, physical information. Physical information, you have to note this specifically because the next one coming up is physiological data. When you hear of physical information, what is the first thing that is coming to your mind? Sanjana?
Height and weight.
Height and weight. But that is not the thing mentioned in this physical data. Just see, this includes information pertaining to physical environment of the person. That is what all facilities are available around the person. This ecological condition. It also includes information about economy, housing conditions, facilities at the home, in the school, transportation, etc. So height and weight, then all those things, the blood rate, heart rate, everything comes in the next section, which is physiological data. Okay, don't confuse with both of them. Physical data means what all things are present in the person's physical environment. For example, does a person have a car, a home, a shelter, or the economic facilities, the transportation facilities. Does this person go to a school? Is the school big or small, or things related to that? The different facilities that the person use. That is concerned in the physical data or the physical information section. Okay, it includes information about economy, housing conditions, facilities at the home, the school, transportation, etc. These are the examples, just like name, age, gender, caste, and all that we saw in the previous section. These are the examples for physical information section. Okay, so obviously the next one is physiological data. This is related to the biological data. Don't write physical data. Under physical data, please don't write biological data and keep. It is a physiological one. Physiological means you will come across this word in psychology when we study different topics. So note it. Whenever you hear the term physiology, that means it's related to biology. Okay, it's just a more wider term to use or to depict that. For example, height, weight, heart rate, level of fatigue. Fatigue means
Tiredness.
tiredness, how much tired you are. That is fatigue. Then EEG, electroencephalogram. Then reaction time, the time required to react to a particular stimulus. That is reaction time. Then sleep, your sleep patterns. Then blood pressure, BP. all this information is important, and that comes under physiological data. So data related to the individual's biological functioning is collected here. Please don't confuse again. Biological data always comes under physiological data. Regarding the physique of the person also, it's included in this section, not in the previous one. Okay, previous one is related to all the facilities that the person enjoys or the person has. Now, next one is psychological information. After collecting all this information, we collect the psychological information. This includes data regarding psychological functioning. The previous one was biological functioning. It is called as physiological functioning. Here it is psychological functioning. It involves data about intelligence, personality, attitudes, values, emotions, motivation, psychological dysfunction, which means some functions are not appropriate, that is psychological dysfunctions, abnormalities, then consciousness, etc. So we collect information about all these topics from the client or the subject. That is psychological information. So I'll just, are you writing? Okay. Finished. So we started discussing about the definition of data and then demographic information, that is personal information, then physical information, then physiological data, and finally psychological information or psychological data. Okay, these are the main set of information that we collect from the client. Or if we are conducting a research or if we are conducting an experiment, there will be some sample, right? For subjects that come for the test or that come for the research, who are the participants of the research. So we collect all this information from them and we record it. We keep a record of it. Okay. Then data can be in various forms. That is the next topic. We have a small portion of that in the textbook. It can be as categories, like true or false questions. If we are giving them some questionnaires, and they can mark either true or false, either yes or no, or either high or low. Okay, so that kind of information that is divided into two categories, isn't it? Can be two or more. It might be high, low, moderate. Three categories can be there. So that forms the category section. That is we can get data in the form of categories. Then it can be in the form of ranks. Suppose I give you 5 things and I ask you to rate them according to your preference to understand your attitude towards it. So you rank them as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your most preferable item will be 1, and similarly the rest of the consecutive numbers will be ranked. Okay, so that is data in the form of ranks. A third one can be scores on scales. I told you we have different tests, and then there needs to be a person to score and interpret the data that we collect from people, isn't it? So just if the client comes and then just attends the test and leaves, that doesn't make any sense. There has to be one value given, and then only we can interpret that, isn't it? So in order to score that also, we need a person. We especially when we discussed about educational psychology and all, depending on the person's training, different levels of job will be there. We discussed that. So like that, we get different scores on scales. Scales means either it can be a scale of 1 to 10. It can mean scale means this kind of scale, rating scales can be there. Otherwise, generally to questionnaires, inventories and all, we refer, we use this term. Scale on depression, scale on anxiety. We use that term to describe that also. Okay, so that is it. Then next is verbal reports. Verbal reports in the sense, yeah, just now in the role play we saw, they were talking, right? So whatever information the other person gave to the next one was verbal in nature. So we get verbal reports. Okay, verbal reports can be attained. Then observation records. Observation records means, again, if we take the example of our role play, only 2 people were in the role play, in the scene, isn't it? Rest of us were observing. And if I ask you to write a report on this, then that is our observation record. Okay, so observation records can be there. Then personal diaries. Personal diaries are also diary writing. That's one form of research, one form of study. So that is also again data about a person, isn't it? And I think it's more valuable also. One person is writing the diary and you get the diary. With that, you can learn a lot about that person. But when you're directly asking to that person might hide something from you, isn't it? But in diary, they would openly write, if it is a person who openly writes. Okay. Then last one is field notes. We go for field studies. Again, we do observations, we do experiments, and then we make notes, field notes. That is the field notes. Again, it's like observation records itself. We make notes of whatever we are observing in the field study. That is it, field notes. So data, we can gain data in different forms, or if we do a research, we get data in different forms. One can be in the form of categories, one can be in the form of ranks, one can be in the form of scores, that is numerical values. Then it can be in the form of verbal reports. It can also be in the form of observation records, then personal diaries, field notes. That's it. Okay. Some important methods in psychology, I think we'll deal with in the next class. Do you have any doubt? Anyone? No? Someone? At least? No doubt at all. Okay, then tell me, how is the class going?
It's going good, ma'am.
Going good. What about the other classes?
That's also going good, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Just a minute. Okay. Yeah, so we have seminars after every chapter. Okay, so 5 people have to take from one chapter. So please take the previous chapter.
Ma'am,
Yes.
last chapter there is a question like this: give a brief account of evolution of psychology. So in that, we have to write the answer how the psychology developed in India or Western psychology.
Yeah. Are you talking about the review questions?
Yes.
Yes, we'll discuss that. The whole. I think 8 are there, no? After every chapter we used to discuss. We'll discuss that. No problem. Okay, I'll give you answers also if you have any doubts. Okay. Yes. And yeah, we were talking about seminars. So 5 people have to take seminars from each chapter. Okay. Now, which topic do you want from the first chapter? Psychologists at work as one topic. Yeah. Who wants that? First come first. Emmeline. Okay. So you can take that. Then branches of psychology, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 are there. So first 5 and then the rest 6.
Ma'am, first 5 I'll do.
Okay. And the second 6?
Ma'am, I'll do.
Okay. Then do you want development of psychology in India? Boring topic, no? If anybody want, you can take. No. Emmeline, you were asking me something?
We take this.
When should we take it? Probably by the end of this chapter. Is that enough? Enough time for preparing? Or maybe I think, let me see. Yeah, when we reach the half portion of this chapter. Probably by next week. Okay, below that. So start preparing from today on. I want you to describe and explain the concepts in your own manner. Whatever you have understood, explain that. Just please don't read from the slides. Okay. That is the aim of the seminar. Just to check how much you have understood, how much you are able to describe that to somebody else. Fine. Okay. So evolution of psychology. That can be done. Schools of psychology. Structuralism, functionalism, gestalt, and behaviorism can be taken by one person. No one?
Ma'am, I'll take that.
Okay. So after that, psychoanalysis, humanistic, and cognitive. We'll take that.
Ma'am, I will take.
You will take that. Okay. So we have 5, right? Okay. Devika, can you just write down the topics and names of people who are
Yes, ma'am.
taking and send it to me? Okay, fine. So that's settled.
Ma'am, could everyone repeat what they're doing? I'll write it down now.
Emmeline, your topic? Psychology.
Psychologist at work.
Then.
Ma'am, I'm taking branches of psychology. First 5.
And the rest is done by Abhilash.
Ma'am, then?
Then schools of psychology, part
Ma'am, it's me. Schools of psychology.
Yeah. Part 1 is by Eva, then second one is by Amal.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Okay.
Fine. Anything else to discuss?
Ma'am, part 1 of schools of psychology is functionalism, gestalt psychology, and behaviorism, right?
Till behaviorism, yes.
Okay.
All right. So shall we just see the names of the methods of inquiry? Then we'll wind up. We have time. Okay. Some important methods in psychology. Just remember this and keep. Before that, we'll be studying the steps of inquiry. These are the methods: observation, experimental method, correlation method, survey method, psychological test, and case study. We'll be learning about the types of all these methods and what are the things involved, what are the steps involved, what are the important concepts inside these methods from, I think, after 2 classes or so. Can you make a mnemonic out of this? With O, E, C, S, P, and C again. Have you seen the movie Tanmatra? Yes? Yes or no? Yes? Yeah, some
Yes.
of you is nodding. Yeah.
Yes.
So in that film, the character played by Mohanlal, he remembers everything that he sees, isn't it? In the initial part of the movie, or I think in the middle part of the movie or so, he's very famous for his memory power. And why? How is he remembering things like that? He explains a method in that film. Remember anyone? Okay, how do you generally memorize things? When you study, you have a lots of information to store, isn't it? And lots of information to encode, to store, and also to retrieve during the exams. So how do you do? What are your methods? Let me know.
Ma'am, I just read the same thing over and over again.
Repetition. Abhinav, you want to
I
talk?
try to understand.
Yes?
Try to understand and study.
You'll try to understand the concept. Okay.
Why?
Then, what are your learning strategies?
What I do is underline the important points of each point and try to remember those points.
You write notes on that point?
Maybe a small short note, or just like of every point I make important notes or something like that, so that I can just remember the points
You'll
and then
jot
just
down the
expand
points,
it.
the main points. That's it. Okay. Then, that's all. Kevin, what do you do generally?
Ma'am, either I understand the concept or I write it.
You write them. Okay. Remember Thanos story?
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
who's?
Huh?
Ma'am, who's?
What?
Ma'am, I didn't hear what you said.
Remember Thanos story? I taught them concept in biology. What was it, Kevin? If you remember?
Ma'am, it was like the different variants of different bacteria and all. Thanos came and snapped some brain.
And what was the topic? Only Abhijit clearly told me, explained it to me. Is he still in school?
Not sure, ma'am. Haven't seen him.
Okay.
Seen him.
Yeah. So, in that film which we were talking about in Tanmatra, that person is trying to use a memorizing strategy or a mnemonic called method of loci. Method of Loki. Some people say method of Loki. I say method of loci. And that is while he was walking from the from the entrance to that building, he saw different things: the corridor, the window, all those things. Okay, so he is locating all those things there and then registering it in mind. Even if you're presented some words in front of you, if you can place that, suppose bed, flower pot, fish bowl, chips, window, pillow cover, wardrobe. Okay, if you can fit all these elements in your room, if you can imagine it like that, then it's very easy to recall. Right from the moment you start entering the room, you can easily recall things. Okay, that is one memorizing strategy. Now, the one I told you, deep sea. Today we discussed about one, right? Deep sea, and the deep sea we have A. What was it? What was it?
Application.
No, I'm asking what were these points?
Description, explanation, prediction, and control
Control.
is
And
in
A is
application.
application. And these were goals of psychological inquiry, isn't it? So that this is also one method, taking the starting letters and then creating a code to memorize. Okay, then how did you remember about the planets of the solar system? Do you have any code? No?
Ma'am, no code. It's just there.
Can you tell me which are the planets of the solar system, Kevin?
Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Neptune.
No. Even after so many years, even if I haven't thought about solar system, I still remember it because our teachers taught us using a memorizing strategy. That is my very, have you heard of this?
Yes, ma'am.
My very elegant or efficient, elegant mother. In the beginning, it was just showed us 9 planets or something when Pluto was there. But later on, it was modified. My very elegant mother just served us noodles. Okay, so Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Okay, so this is again another mnemonic strategy, that is memorizing strategy, which will help you to remember things even after so many years, like me. Okay, now we have so many other methods, the starting letters, then connecting the rhyming words. Then we call it, another method is said pet. We connect it to a word, a particular word from some other language. If you're studying a new language, you connect that to another word. We learn all that. But if you're studying something, use these strategies and learn. So it'll be very easy for you to remember things. Okay, just study the concept first, then try to memorize it using a memorizing strategy or a mnemonic. Okay, if you Google, you can see so many mnemonics. And what are the colors in the rainbow?
Vibgyor.
Vibgyor. That is again a mnemonic strategy. Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. You know that song also? No. All right. So I think it's time. We'll wind up. Thank you.